Chat, I need you to know I nearly launched myself off of my chair just now. Also, it's okay, Rat. It's okay if you're very tired and it's a lurk day. You can lurk. I walked into my office, where I'm sat, right? And like, I just nearly flung myself off of my fucking chair, but how fast I tried to get in. And it's a spinny chair, guys. It's a spinny chair. Also, I'm having so much trouble adjusting how I'm sitting right now. Holy shit. Also, completely wrong music right now. So, why are they on different screens? A bit louder still. Perfect. How is everyone doing tonight? It's awfully quiet in the chat. Ooh, we're missing some people. I am missing some people that are usually here by now. Of course, we're missing our dear Fox still. I'm very sad about that. But it looks like some other people are... I mean, there we go. That's Aurelium. That's Aurelium checking in. About you to my left. But we're also missing we're missing some Chaos Makers. We're missing a Milo that's usually in here by now. Could it be that he's live? Have I missed a going live notification in that critters just fucking thing? Oh, I have! He's been live for like 7 minutes. Okay, that explains that. I got like a white bread bun, guys, with chocolate sprinkles as a sort of dessert. It's very yummy. Like white bread, chocolate sprinkles, golden combo as a little dessert treat if you don't want to actually grab something sweet. Or like me, the only sweet thing you've left in the house is ice cream, and you're really not feeling like ice cream. So yeah, this is doing it for me. Guys, we're gonna go check if the fucking ferry works. Nice! Guys, the ferry works! But it is no longer grayed out! Oh god, that was a lot of butter on my fingers. Guys! I can release the gift sub fairy, which... it can take up to 30 minutes before the gift sub fairy does the thing. It can take like up to 30 minutes. So I need to copy paste this real quick into the other scene later. Good brain. Anyways, guys, how are we doing tonight? Are we all doing fine? I wanna actually spend some proper time first chattering with chat. Because I assume you'll have seen on the schedule by now. If you haven't, we are doing a subathon starting Friday. Starting Friday, we're doing a mini subathon. Now, I may have to do some days off during the subathon where I just can't stream because, well, holidays. And there's a max time that I'll be going for. Oh yeah, there's the gift sub fairy. Wait, hold on. Baby like wasn't fucking subbed yet. Oh my god, this thing's all over my screen. Well, we got the two gifted subs from the sponsorship. Thank you, little gift sub fairy. Oh my god, it's all over the screen. I think the gift sub fairy should go back in the box. There you go. But, those two gifted subs just now were the one from the sponsorship, going to almost 296 and Reboot Like. Can't believe Reboot Life wasn't subbed. I had a feeling that man somehow had sneaked his way into a free sub without using Prime. But no, he was unsubbed. I genuinely can't believe that. Anyways, without an order, like I said, we're gonna be doing, not a sponsorship, a fucking subathon starting Friday. And I'm actually gonna, like, quickly pull up the stuff in the background again. Bonk bonk, subathon time of work. There. So, I can set the following things for the subathon. And this is the important things that I'm going to take you through, and we're going to talk about this again on Friday, before we hit the timer, you know? Is I can set a time cap, which is the important part, where it basically means if I set no time limits, it caps it at 720 hours, aka 30 days. But we're not gonna do that. we're gonna make it a lot shorter, because it's the first subathon that we're doing. But I can set how many minutes the timer gains based on subscriptions, specifically tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, and then amount of bits, which means seconds per base, which basically now at the standards it's at 30 seconds per 100 bits. I'm gonna be nice to you all. I'm gonna do 1 second, 1 bit, which is a horrible idea, and that's why I love it so much. So yeah. Now, does that sound fair, everyone? Thank you for M5 for the lurk, by the way. But does it sound fair that you get 1 second per 1 bit? Because I know how much y'all love counting, and I don't want to disrupt the counting by, you know, starting a subathon. You like? You like it? Good. Thing is, because it's a subathon, I want to do an extra thing. If by any chance you start gifting subs, anything over to, I'm gonna say actually 20 gifted subs in one go. So I'm not talking 10 gifted and then another 10 gifted back to back. I'm talking 20 in one go. Because, like, I want to be mostly in charge here. If you do 20 in one go, you just kind of... Hi. I'm showing myself underneath the viewership. Aw. I was already like, oh, usually Milo is in here by now doing the starting soon already, and I look at your fucking chat, I'm like, oh. You went live 5 minutes ago, about 7 minutes when I was looking. Well, we're setting up the rules for the subathon. Nice. Yeah, we're setting up the rules for the subathon. I'm gonna have to set a maximum of hours. Now I have to do the very complicated thing known as math. Something I am notoriously bad at. I know that 24 hours equals 1 day. That's about it. Could someone with a superior brain to this bird tell me how much a week is in hours? Yeah, 7 days in, like, hours. Because, like, 1 day, 24 hours, right? But I need the 7 days in hours. And I'm not very good at math right now. And again, I never really am. You know what? I'm pulling my calculator. Where is what? 168. I'm gonna count on you. Oh, me! Thank you! Thank you, M5. Thank you for being smart. So if put the maximum timer at that amount of hours, again, I'm gonna say this, because that's the cap we're going to. The, logical conclusion would be that we end, around the fucking 28th, 29th, because we're gonna have, likely 2 days off, being the 24th and the 27th. Maybe a 25th in there as well. 30th through the 2nd, we are not continuing, leaving any extra hours to be done on the 3rd of January. Oh god, that's a long name. Mycelium Man has duped. Hello, welcome to the chat. Can I call you Mycelium Man? I hope I can. We're setting up subathon stuff right now. Good sir, or ma'am, or mycelium. Good mycelium, we're setting up subathon worlds right now. And the logistical stuff, because, Awesome says, thank you. So right now what we have is, it starts tomorrow, 15 minutes after the stream starts. I'm gonna start the stream, not tomorrow, fucking Friday. God, days are screwing my brain up on. But on the Friday, we start 15 minutes after the stream should go up, so a 8:15 p.m. CET, aka Bird's time zone. And knowing that, we have 168 hours being the maximum timer. 1 second per 1 bit, meaning that counting is gonna be fun. And I'm gonna change the stuff for the different subscription tiers, cause, like, I don't think we're really gonna, you know, get a lot of the higher tiers, so I kind of wanna go incredibly stupid and give both tier 1 and tier 2 subs the same amount of time it puts on the timer. That being 10 minutes for both the tier 1 and tier 2. Alternatively, I could do 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and 30 minutes for tiers 1, 2, and 3 respectively. I really think that could also be really fun. So yeah, we're working with a small one, but it's the first subathon. So I think we're fair. Also, damn! Alright, have a good time at your own stream. 15 streak, damn! Impressive! But yeah, no, we've set that up, which concludes, like, the technical part of the subathon, which I could have done off stream, but of course I have to share that process with you guys. Which takes us to the next part of that, the subathon rules. And yes, I had to roll my R like I am either skating or knee socks, or I'm panty stocking with garter belts. Anyways, some rules. There are 2 days off guaranteed, or well, 1 day off and 1 evening off guaranteed, being the evening of the 24th, where we will not be doing the rest of the subathon hours, as well as oh god, my brain's breaking. Oh yeah, right, the 27th. We are supposed to last until the 29th at the max. I will say, if by any chance, the amount of hours, like, we have on the 29th are still in the positive and not in the negative somehow, right? We are going to be ending it there, and I'm going to make sure that there's something nice and special waiting for everyone who contributed to the subathon, because we can complete the timer. Like, I don't want to be a complete fucking scam and nuke the timer on a specific day, because that just sucks. But yeah, we're basically gonna be just treating it as going to the 29th at max, because the 30th we have to go to Mama Bird. Probably gonna pre-pack for that in advance right before the subathon starts. I've also not sorted anything out in terms of, you know, collabs that could keep me going through this. I've absolutely made a nightmare for myself. I have, however, been thinking of one thing that I could do in the, sort of off hours of the subathon, and that is just force one of my coding friends to help me out real quick and be like, hey, can you do a randomized script so, like, every 30 to 50 minutes it shows a random little thing on screen that it just cycles through, and they're gonna be like, oh, that's so easy, or that's, oh god, why the fuck have you done this to me right beforehand? Either way, it's probably gonna be scuffed. I'm probably gonna have to do some shit manually, or pray to god that I can keep everyone entertained while I am sleeping for like, well, it's 10 hours. And otherwise we'll cut down the amount of hours again and go offline in between, which is more likely to happen, honestly. I may just have that amount of hours just to make sure that I, a very sleepy bird, can rest in between. Yeah, I've done that now. So, again, don't worry about that. It's just to make sure this EP little birdie can sleep in between streams. Make sure that we actually keep going. So it is going to be an interrupted subathon. And say we run out of time before the 29th, or say even before the 23rd, I will make sure to adjust the stream schedule accordingly. So don't fret if there is a bit of an unsuccessful subathon in that sense, because I'll still make sure I'm making content for the evening or day, depending on when I stream that day. So it's not gonna be like there's a drought if we end early. And then the following thing, because it's gonna be a subathon and those things are exhausting, and also very difficult sometimes to figure out what to do for, we are going to make sure that every time someone does 20 gifted subs at once, not 10 gifted subs and then immediately after another 10. No, I want to see that at once. They get to pick if I'm switching a game or not, and I'll share with that person the inner workings of my Steam library of what I'm okay with streaming, and then they can go like, oh, I want you to do that game, or no, actually we're changing to art if I'm gaming, and then I'll just have to sit there like, oh, okay, I guess we're doing art now. So that's the thing I am going to put in place. 20 gifted subs equals you get to decide what the streamer does for a bit. Does that sound fair, everybody? Does it sound fair that every 20 gifted subs, someone gets to decide? I will take that as a yes. Now, I'm also gonna say, during the subathon, there's gonna be a few things that are gonna be turned off in terms of channel point redeems. We're gonna turn off daily Wordle, because I am intending to do the Wordle on every single day that we are live as part of basically the beginning of that day's part of the subathon. So right after we go live, I'll do my little intro, I'll remind everyone of the rules associated with the subathon, and then we're immediately going to do that day's Wordle. So that one will be taken off so that you don't accidentally spend, you know, your precious little pointsies on something we're already doing. I'm going to turn off stuff like the mommy voice, all of that good shit. Everything that is very straining on my voice in essence is going to be turned off. I'm going to put in a few more blurbs than usual, and snack time and stuff will also include a new one specifically for the subathon called Break Time, where you can use your channel points every, I'm gonna say, 1 hour that the stream is up to remind me to take a goddamn break. I'm going to need that because otherwise I will overexert myself. The bird has done it before. May I remind you all of the, 8-hour uninterrupted stream that I did on Revival SMP a good year or so ago when the end opened up. So yeah, that's I dare say, well, I dare say that those are some of the most important things that we need to have covered. So yeah, with that out of the way, those are the base rules. I'm gonna be writing these down so that right before we go live on Friday, we'll go over them again and in the announcements channel of the Discord, which I'm just going to, if I can type correctly, there. Did I mistype Discord or did I accidentally deactivate that command? Hold on, Nightbot! That was supposed to be a smooth transition to plug in my fucking Discord. Hello, Nightbot! Where the fuck is my Discord command gone? Did I type it wrong? Surely I must have typed it wrong. Hold on, let me just copy paste it straight from the thing. There we go. I don't know what I typed wrong, I don't know what I did wrong, but it worked the second time, so that's all that matters. Anyways, over there in the announcements channel, I will put everything regarding the subathon as well. So, right before we start on Friday, remember, check in there if you want to see what is up or what we will be doing specifically. Okay? Anyways, we are here... Oh? Oh dear God, what is happening? Dear God, everything's breaking for a second again. Stir up my stuff in the corner, jeez. Okay, we're having the usual amount of stuff. That's great. Yeah, okay, more into the corner. There we go, that's better. And then now I need to make sure that I set it to actually exist on my art stuff. Hello, thank you. And you guys may remember this from another stream, but this lovely little thing is the circle of button making. And today we are going to be working on, Mars and myself. Now, I have to do this 2 different ways, both of which include a circle, but slightly different circles, because I've made life difficult for myself. Because, I want to make myself into a lovely little button. But the 2 things that I need for this, I use different little templates. But why did I say 2 buttons? Well, of course, one for my normal model and one for the one you're seeing right now. And they're gonna be unique because, why wouldn't they be? Now, I know that we were working a while ago on a button design. I've since gone back to it and I realized I really didn't like it. I really did not enjoy that specific button design. I really didn't like it. So we're gonna be cooking up something new in the same way that I usually do for these. And that's just called sketching until something pops up that I like. Which can take a while, hence why I've got my water, because you gotta stay hydrated throughout this process, especially if you're gonna be yapping nearly as much as me. But also guys, one more time in regards to the subathon, if anyone has any suggestions for cool stuff that we could do, make sure to put it in the stream suggestions again in the Discord. It's really cool to join that, trust me. You gain access to all my emotes, including those that are subscription locked, technically, just for free on the Discord. You might not be able to use them on Twitch, but you can use them in the Discord, especially if you've got Nitro. And of course, both the animated and non-animated ones are present there. So again, if you like emotes or just like knowing what's up with your local Space Peacock, then please do take a look over there. Anyways. And now, not many people notice, but I have ears. Just because somehow they never appear quite that well on camera when you actually see me, but oh well. I do have ears. And I realized one thing with these. Like, specifically this little circle, I need to go slightly outside of those borders, not that much though. To make sure that it all fits nicely. Now, my biggest issue with my two outfits is they're very chest heavy. So to make this a nice size to print out, and two, actually show off my outfit, I'm gonna have to do some magic. That includes holding my boobies up. So we're gonna have to make it look like our we're wearing something else underneath. To make stuff look a bit bigger, because otherwise, well, it's gonna be very difficult to see part of the design that I've worked very hard on. Which honestly is my main grip, making buttons of myself. And again, I don't want to make it too bad. And there are days where I just feel like whatever I do in regards to drawing them, they feel too big. And today apparently is one of those days. Being a VTuber and not wanting to lose yourself are like two things that sometimes really do not work together. Because sometimes you're overcompensating and I don't want to lose myself, and other days you wake up with a fucking design in your brain that is like, oh dear god, I'm gonna get panned by Twitch levels of, showing, but they are so pretty. I mean, I have that with the new model that I am gonna perpetually tease, even though I haven't started any work on it. Anyways, with the new model that I'm gonna be working on, like, probably when the Super School is met, before then we'll be testing out the techniques I'm gonna have to use for rigging. But with that one, I'm showing, I would say, both more and less skin than on my main outfit, in a really funky way. And whilst I said that I finalized the concept I wanted to go with, I actually don't know for sure anymore. Now that I've taken a second, there might still be one or two parts that I change about it, but at the same time, I think I like it. And I'm in a really weird space where I'm like, I want to change it, but at the same time, I'm really happy with how it looks. So I don't quite know what I want to do right now in regards to it. And that's sometimes such a weird place to be in as an artist, because it's like, okay, what actually am I doing with this design that I have laying around? Okay, the hair is not working out like that for me today. Sometimes a very dramatic angle does work, other days it doesn't. Today's one of those days it doesn't. So I got a bit more modest. I mean, to be fair, going dramatic like that only really, in my opinion, works for my emotes. Because then it really brings my bangs and the shape of them to the forefront. Though I would still say that my side bangs being, tied up little ribbons like that, especially in this outfit, is the most intriguing part of my hair. And the way it flows around my face. Anyways. There we go. Luckily, I have a shape guide in mind for the little side bangs, so I always know how to draw them. I'm gonna be thinning them out just a tiny bit for this. And actually, no, I'm not gonna make a flare to the side like that. I'm first gonna bring this part out a bit, so it actually makes sense and connects properly. And then I'm probably gonna thin this out just a bit, so I can let my ahoge show up. Which of my hairstyles do I actually want to use? Because I can put my hair up. What our program is this? This is Fire Alpaca. It's a free program. I swear up and down by it. It's a free program that I've used pretty much for the entire time that I've been doing digital art. It's free. It has a Steam version. It has the non-Steam version, which is the one I'm using, so I can't say how many hours I've done in it, because honestly, when I got it, the Steam version hadn't even launched yet, at least to my knowledge. I know the Steam version has a dark mode, though, which, I'm gonna be honest, has made me consider switching over to the Steam version. And like a lot of other art programs, I can save in a variety of file types. And it's even got a built-in animation tool with onion skinning and stuff. So, for example, the Spooky Dance emote, or well, the dance emote, which is based on the Spooky Month dance, there we go. That one was made entirely in this program. Yeah, that one. As well as the loading one recently. I tend to make different types of little gifts in different programs. The core counting one was, for example, made in Live 2D Cubism, which is the same program commonly used for VTuber model rigging. So, yeah. I love the program personally. You don't have to, but if you want to check it out, go check it out. I wish I was sponsored by them. Wish I was sponsored by my favorite art program. Hashtag not sponsored. I personally use Krita, and I refuse to use anything else. It's so fair. Krita's a really interesting choice as well. I've tried it once. I can't choose anything outside of Fire Alpaca because of how long I've been using this for. What? I need stuff in my nose. There we go. Like I said a couple streams back, winter. The time of year where you have an eternally sniffly nose. Sniffly nose season. Talking about noses, I've really got to figure out what nose shape I want to give myself today. I am never consistent on my nose shape. I can do a lot of different shapes of noses, but for myself, I always find myself returning to that sharper nose. However, now it looks off, especially with how the hair sits on my face, so. Because that hair does cover my nose a bit more. I mean, it's literally smacked up in the middle of my face. Not very handy for visibility, by the way, to have your hair like this. I mean, I could do a little thing that you don't really get to see a lot with how my hair, doesn't bounce around a lot, but a lot of time, that other hair strand will just tend to poke out a little. You need to line it up nicely. I'm gonna get so hit with the it looks wrong the second I flip this canvas. I don't know, okay, it only hits when I want to add the eyes. Good to know. Okay, immediately flip it whilst carving out the shape for the eyes. No, not like that. Okay, and now the eyes are very much uneven to my brain again. And I think I know what's up. Hold on. No, that puts the face at an angle when the face isn't at an angle. Gosh. Ha! The other eye baffles me once again. Every artist is cursed to have the other eye thing, I fear. If you aren't cursed with the I can't draw the second eye, then I salute you. Unless you draw the second eye by using the symmetry tool and then some transform shenanigans, like, then I just look at you like you're a fucking magician. Because how do you get that to work and look good? Like, genuinely. Okay, so far the top lashes are still going good. Now with the bottom lashes in. Of course, I did the same fucking thing again. Oh, bring that lash up. Roughly there. Check her again. I'm hearing a lot of movement, I really am. Are you up to some? Are you skedaddling around the house? Anyways. I'll do that. And as a lot of people know, I love that thick line at the top of an eye. Like this, specifically the iris. And then the second you get to the bottom, make it thinner. Even though this is only the sketch, I still really love doing that. Okay, I think I'm close to the art curve again, where it's like I hate my art for the next 5 to 10 business days, because my perception of my art is changing. It's gonna be nice when it hits, and when I realize why it looks off. But until then, I'm gonna be a tortured little artist. Until then, we're moving it up a pixel at a time to see if that fixes it, and that decently fixes it. And now the most difficult parts, the fucking mouth. Like, seriously, I also really don't know how to move my mouth IRL on pictures, so drawing my own mouth on anything is a nightmare. Like, on chibis, I can get away with, or stuff like that, or even whatever the hell that is, right? Hell, I could even get away with whatever that mouth is, but that doesn't work on my main style. I think I'm gonna go for something like this, a little smug, because I've been described as being a very smug bastard in the past. Like, to the point where one of the people who wanted to make background music for my streams at some point was like, well, yeah, I gotta make it sound a little smug just to match you and smugness, and I was like, well, damn. I didn't think I was that bad with it, but okay, sir. I guess that's, I guess I'm a smug little fella now. But yeah, also the reason why we need these on 2 different templates is because I've started working with Woodcree, right, to get myself an AC goods store. I set that up today, link for that's in my link tree. I will say my prices on my stuff is expensive because the conversion rate is shit. And I am trying to still get a, you know, decent amount for what I'm gonna be getting in USD, because I swear to get like €9 worth of stuff I have to charge at least like end mine for 14 USD. It's so amazingly horrible. Also, I'm hearing a lot of weird noises, so I'm gonna really quickly check if everything's okay. Give me one moment, guys. And no, I'm not about to get killed like someone in a horror movie, because unlike horror movie protagonists, I have a bow. I'm happy to report that the use of my my bow wasn't necessary. Why? Because I mistook the fireworks outside as stuff falling down the stairs, which pretty iconic for me. So we're good, we're safe, we're vibing. Can't believe I just mistook that though. That was so funny. I love you too, love. Me too, I really am. I am living up to being called a bird brain now. I'm gonna be called a bird brain for the rest of my days. Now, for the most part, we're first gonna be focusing on the main outfit one. Okay, we're not even gonna be sketching out the other one. We're gonna be doing this one. I wanna finish this on stream today. So we actually do have to put some pep in our step and work on this. I'm gonna be using the same line art technique as I did for the Deltarune ones, because I prefer that soft look that it gives. And for shading, I'm gonna keep it simple-ish. So I'm gonna be using some gradients and stuff, but not too much. Well, I rather should be saying I'm gonna be using gradients for their orange already. Because dear god, especially in my main outfit as well, do I love the over-usage of gradients. Dare I say I sometimes over-rely on gradients to make stuff look good, but gradients just are amazing, so I think I'm right. I think I'm right to over-rely on gradients, because they're so pretty, and if I wasn't meant to over-rely on them, then why are they so pretty? You know? For every fucking reason under the sun, that is a joke. What a good joke, I hope. Anyways, little emblem that I get to do 2 more times in here, which again, I'm thinking of what to change the channel points icon to and stuff, because the little emblems only work when I'm in my main outfit. Right now they don't work. How are you gonna get emblems of me? That I wear my hair and stuff, like, so I'm gonna be redoing those at some point in the near future. I just have no clue what. I could do feathers, but that only works with this outfit. My next idea has been the stars that I have inside my little eyes, so... Hold on, let me zoom in on one of my outfits. Like my little star eyes. To basically have those as the new icon. Again, I am not sure. I am very uncertain. I will say, even in my sketch, it doesn't start to really look like me until the star eyes come out and I black out at least one of the eyes. Hold on me. There we go. That's already better. That's already done something for me. And now we're not going to be lazy and reuse the same base for my, my other model, aka this one. We're going to be making these unique, as much as I'm probably going to hate myself for doing that. But again, first and foremost, we're going to work on this one, fully finish this one before we pick up anything else. I want to go start to finish on this stream on at least one thing. So that at the end of the day, we do have something to show for what we did today. Okay, better if I do it like that. Do I need to remove the circle real quick? I'm gonna make my arms just a tiny bit daintier. No. Just a bit thinner. Falling up naturally like that. Because otherwise I feel like my arms may end up looking a bit too bulky. Hell, I already feel like they do, so I'm actually gonna do some slight adjusting anyways. But there. Because much like a wizard or a mage, I take 1 point of damage and I'm gone. So I really, really do not have a reason to look like I can actually take hits. I'm a goddess. That means that I'm built like nothing. Wait, who has hit their 3-stream streak? I saw a notification. Chester! Hi, Chester! How you doing, man? We're doing good. We're doing fine. I hope you're having a good old time over in your little corner. In my little crib. 3 streams nice. Nice. How's the point grind going over in Astra's chat, by the way, Jester? You talked about it one of the other streams. About having, close to 3 nukes set up for Astra's chat? I want to know how that's going. I want to know if you can already nuke his chat like 50 bajillion times over. How scared does that cat have to be? 43, 44. Oh my god, nice! Yeah, that cat has every reason to be afraid when you type out the amount of channel points you have. I love that though. That's a really nice amount to have, if you ask me. You're doing amazing, Jester. I really hope that you've either already gotten to the amount of points you wanted to get before the end of the year, or that you're nearly there, and that you're going to be hitting the amount next stream that he does. And that's only to count at once? Damn! Scary. How many channel points you got over here, buddy? I gotta reckon... I believe it's not nearly as much as Astro, for when Astro streamed a bit more this year than me. And second, you're not here quite as often as you are in Astro's chat, which is another saving grace for me. You're over to 300k, I hope only in Astro's chat, not mine. That'd be scary. That is an Astro's chat, right? Oh, mine are 5,830. Phew! Okay, there's not a second person who can nuke mine. I know that Aurelium is slowly clawing their way over to having a second nuke. Hold on, I'm seeing messages pop up, but I can't see them. Never mind. For some reason my Twitch manager is being a bit whack right now. Okay, you're not likely to see this, but that doesn't matter. I will still draw up my entire design, just to make sure it's there. So there we go. You're at 142,001k. That is a lot. You are scary with the amount you have, respectfully. Okay, I may actually still shrink this so you actually see every little detail that I would want you to see. But yeah, that works nicely, because I know where the cutoff point is. Jesus Christ, that's a lot in Astro's chat. Did you just go to check? I have a feeling someone just checked. But that's a nice amount in Astro's. Sheesh. Impressive. How many do you on average gain per stream then? Because like I swear you're gaining a lot per stream, and I didn't know that was possible. Like, yes, you checked. Makes sense. Like, hold on. For the point grinders here, can you calculate roughly how much channel points you can get in a stream? Specifically if you're subbed, depends. let's say 3-hour stream, minimal breaks, and no watch streak. How many would that give, on average, tend to give you? Make the entire sketch real quick so I can see what I'm doing. A few hundred. How much do you make roughly per stream? When it comes to Astro's chat, because you seem to be making more than just a few hundred per his stream. A few hundred to its Astro. Okay. That was the part that I was missing, wasn't it? Hold on, let me make sure my pin tip's actually on the correct spot. Actually, what am I doing? I can chicken scratch all I want. Just need to put that a bit lighter, and then cleaning up my line art as I go anyways. So there we go, cleaning up, and that creates that interesting texture that I always like. 1 to 2,000 from me in your chat. Damn! That gives me some interesting information, because knowing that Aurelian was used quite a bit, I can. It more depends on how much attention I am paying to the chat and how long this stream is. Fair. It's like the little treasure chest thing, right? That you can tap in the middle of the stream where it's like, ooh, get another 50 like extra channel points. Or I don't actually know how much it is, because I don't really often see that thing. With streak, it's plus 450 per rate, that is plus 300, that means 750 nearly every start of stream. Oh, especially with me, because I love to raid. Like, you'll notice by now, I love to raid. I will raid whenever the hell I can. That is every 15 minutes. I get the 50 thingy very often. Nice. Yeah, half the time I'm either not paying attention to how much it gives me or not paying enough attention to get it. Which is very on-brand for me. Also, we're just gonna quickly do the line art because it's, again, my most beloved part of this. So I want to get it out of the way. Like, I like sketching, I like coloring, I like rendering. Line art, no. They nerfed the streak, it is now every few streams. Every 5. Oh no! Oh no, you guys can't nuke my stream as fast! Sorry. But so, oh no, you guys can't nuke my stream as fast! In some semblance, that gives me some hope that y'all are gonna be nice to me and not nuke my stream the first opportunity y'all get. It'd be true evil mastermind shenanigans to do the hyperfixation ramble. Oh, right as the streamathon hits, like that'd be mastermind level of shit. Now saying that out loud, it can't be mastermind level of shit anymore because I just predicted it, so ha. If it happens, I get to say I called it. Or either when it's about to, like, when the streamathon is about to end, see if it force me to go on for a bit longer. Despite the timer. I may actually turn off hyperfixation ramble with that in mind towards the last couple of hours of the streamathon. Like, if it hits up through 2 hours, I'm gonna say, then I'm turning it off. I can also use the rules that is there. I would save it for the subathon, yes. I would save it for the subathon. Because that's how you get a bigger stream. Bird more online. I mean, Val, I've put it so that every bit gives you 1 second onto the timer. I only spent 7k playing Astro stream this year. I gained 260k. Oh dear god. Okay, but Cat has been live a lot more than this bird has, so I feel a little safer. I feel just the tiniest bit safer right now. Really quickly stretching for free because I can feel my shoulders are in need of it. Yeah, there we go. That did it. That hit the spot. Oh, yawning. I shouldn't be yawning. I accidentally overslept through my alarm and then just was like, oh well. Can't go to class anymore. And then it turns out barely anything was done, from what I know. Alright, I'm gonna make that a bit of an interesting shape. Oh, that's it, then they're not gonna notice that. There we go. And then I really struggle with face shapes sometimes. I think that's very noticeable right now. Also, wasn't that visible on like your 2025 Twitch recap as well, how many points you gained in someone's chat? So I'm really curious for the higher point spenders here, how much they have right now, and then checking the Twitch recap and then telling me how many points they gained in my chat. Because that'd be really interesting to know. That'd be like, did you make a net positive or did you go into the reds when it comes to your channel points? Are you gonna be ending the year with less than what you started it with? I really hope for most of you though that you started it with less and that you now are ending it with like a lot more. Because if I can help it, there's gonna be even more stuff that you guys can redeem on stream. I haven't fully 100% decided what yet, but it's gonna be fun once I get certain things figured out. I'm only in the plus for like everyone that you've watched, or just Astro. I feel like this implies everyone that you've watched, but I just want to be safe. Line arts. How it bores me. How it annoys me. Anyways, my hatred for line art aside, for everyone, thank you for the hideout redeem, LP. Good to see you in here. My little hydration. I feel like especially people like OP, the second they know of what the subathon entails, I feel like people are gonna have a bloody field day in my chat. I feel like I'm accidentally gonna be starting several world wars. And again, with Val's dice roll and something about claiming first on the leaderboard when it came to subs, that's gonna be insane. Oh yeah, by the way, OP, I don't know if you were there for it, but let's just say I've set it up that the subathon that we're starting on Friday, right? When the timer goes up, let's just say every single bit gives you an extra second. The base that's set for, by the way, is giving 30 seconds per 100 bits. I could still make it worse for myself and give you 30 seconds per bit, but I feel like that got out of hand really fast. Like, Usher is in a minus an Astro shop by 50k. I gained 90k between. Oh, fair. This year, you're only gaining in the man's chat, slowly making him more and more scared of what button you'll eventually press. Anyways, keep making lines until we can escape the line art hell. I'll not stop complaining about this. Just bits are also gift subs. Gift subs, resubbing should also work for it. Like, if someone hasn't subbed for a while. Like, it's a subathon, so everything adds to the timer, and I've set it so that a tier 1 gives 10 minutes, but I may still revoke that. Because we do have a maximum on the timer, like, I have capped the timer to make sure that I can actually finish all the hours, because we're going offline in between. So that I can sleep. I'm not letting my stream run overnight. And there's also at least one evening where we will be going offline despite the timer, and one day where we'll be going offline again despite the timer. But yeah, so far the subathon is looking to be an experience. And I can't wait till I've, finished my studies, where me and Aurelium have gotten our own place, and I can just tell Aurelium, like, hey, I have set everything up, we're gonna do a big old subathon on the caps. And then see how fucking far we can get, because that'd be really, really funny. Oh, I will not have learned of history. Hold your weapons close, but never trigger them. The fear is only growing that way. Chekhov's gun, but it never fires. Chekhov's gun, but it never fires. If you know what the Chekhov's gun is, then you know that that's contradictory in nature, but still, introduce it like a Chekhov's gun and never fire it. And for those that are unaware of the principle of the Chekhov's gun, is introducing something that must pay off, in that sense. So, again, a Chekhov's gun tends to be a gun that always fires. If it's introduced, it will do something. I know my Cold War. Yeah! So, basically, it's a Chekhov's gun. The one that never fires, but the person who is on the receiving end of the barrel don't know that. And who are they to call your bluff? I certainly wouldn't want to call someone's bluff with the receiving end of a fucking gun. There we go. Who rolls higher gets it. Most chaos in stream chat. Oh no. Save your chaos till the subathon, guys. It's gonna be of more use there. I don't want to sit with an empty timer. Now, I will say, by the way, guys, the first hour of the subathon, if there's nothing in the thing out, then it's just a freebie. But I may just set up the timer on the screen and let you guys just have Friday Fall Friday. Good job, TKOP! And no worries, if the streamathon timer actually goes up enough, then I'll be streaming all the way until you're off of work again. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Well, I had to just really quickly call you out for being a workaholic. Not that I'm any different, but we needed to have a cat calling, a pot calling the kettle black moment and hear him. There we go. At least got paid already, so no. Which, by the way, I still got the, like, Grimace gift that I can also just, you know, give you in small partsies. It's not that big. It may look big, really isn't. I just suck at packaging stuff. Or, well, wrapping, I should say. So it's gonna, like, know that if this Grinch of a bird gives you a Christmas gift, don't worry about how big it looks. Worry about how much fucking wrapping paper just implodes as you grab a hold of it. Money is never a problem for me. Oh god, no. Yeah, I realized that one. I mean, another way you guys can cause chaos if you already want, if you're impatient, is throne. The microphone that I want is still on there. It'd definitely be an upgrade to my audio quality. God knows I've been wanting that. Same here, just check high over safety. Oh god! Not the safety zone you've mentioned, and I'm immediately scared. Because I know what that means. I now know what that means, and that's scary. Oh, and if you were worried that, you know, stuff on my throne is too functional, like a Steam Deck, so I could free my keyboard, specifically my numpad if it's toggles, or the fact that a better mic would upgrade my audio quality, don't worry, there's also plushies in there. Are those gonna be seen on stream ever? Maybe as a picture to thank whoever sent it to me. Otherwise, no. So no worries, if you thought there was too much functional shit going on over there and it looked like I had my life together, I don't. Please do give me plushies, I love plushies. I really, really love plushies. Chat doesn't need to know that I'm technically on a plushie ban. Okay, I need more water again. Ah! I love how I look like I'm having a fucking moment of awe looking at my chat. Whenever the fuck I'm drinking water. Like, I pick up my water bottle with its lovely little straw so that I don't have to, like, you know, completely obscure my face. And it just makes the funkiest little face. Anyways, very, very nicely, very carefully taking with the dress. Which I'm gonna be altering this ever so slightly from the sketch. Just to make it a little bit nicer in my brain. And in my humble opinion. Okay, I need that one. I have no memory of what certain settings are on. Also, chat, during the subathon, high % chance that I will just be also loading up a blackboard so that chat can draw with me. Also, considering the 2 Chaos Gremlins are in here, I'll reinstate the rule once more before I stop promoting it. During the subathon, if you donate 20 gifted subs at once, so we're not talking donate 10 gifted subs and immediately after donate another 10, I'm talking 20 at once, claim that fucking discount, you'll be allowed to decide what we switch to, be that art, be that a game, even games that I haven't played on stream. I'll share my Steam library with you and you will be able to determine what exactly we're going to be doing. So yeah, just know that. I feel like that may be just a nice tidbit of knowledge. Again, that also gives some of y'all a bit of a reason to hold back for now. And if that doesn't end up getting used, that's fine as well. Never obligated to spend, I just thought it'd be a nice little gimmick, because I know how insane some of my chatters can get. And I at least want to reward you guys for, well, being gobshite insane. And line that up nice and proper. that arm in already. So far, slowly assembling myself more and more. Next, we'll do another piece of hair. Actually, we'll finish up the top part of the hair, because nothing's in the way of that. There we go. Also, guys, I wasn't live yesterday because I went to see Now You See Me 3 with Aurelian, right? And can I just be honest? Like, spoilers ahead, like, of the minor variety, because it's just gonna be a bit of opinions. With the new characters, which were already visible in the trailer, I don't know. I know what to think of the new characters, and a lot of it throughout the movie. I'm not gonna say what story beats exactly, but it felt like they retconned stuff. Then retconned the retcon. Then realized, oh, if we don't bring back certain things or characters or places, then maybe the long-term fans won't like this. And then they went, well, we'll bring them back about halfway through the movie. And whilst it felt like it was coherently written, it felt like a panic button. It felt like the writers pressed the panic button mid-script. Which is really sad. Because I kind of really love the first two movies of Now You See Me. So it is a bit sad to this bird brain over here that I consider the third movie mid. I was hoping I was gonna walk out of this and being like, oh my god, they did all of the stuff amazing, and then like, oh, my favorite character got more than 3 minutes of screen time. And then got written off as a cameo in the fucking credits. Which I get it. We saw in the theater, like, a trailer for another movie where the same actor that plays that character, you know, is front and fucking center, so I get it. Likely that the actor just couldn't match up schedules to be there for the recording of this movie. I get that. I don't mind that. But god damn it, free my boy. Free my favorite character from the dungeon. Take him out of the basement. Don't give him the same treatment as Toa's model. Well, not Toa specifically, Undead Rabbit's model. I should get Undead back on the fucking channel again. I should grab them. I should force them to use their PNG tuber model again, because they really showed up for the Smash Bros. Said, oh yeah, maybe I'll stream. Refuses to elaborate. Existed for an hour or so, and then just dipped again. Buddy is too pretty to not be here. Like, they're too pretty to be hiding away their fucking face guard and stuff. Like, they made a very pretty model for themselves, and then they're just gonna let it collect dust? I don't think so. I don't think so. I should drag them back on, at least, and then just be like, please stream, you're too pretty. You're too pretty to be kept in the basement with all the other collectibles. So yeah, we're probably gonna try to do that as well at some point. I'm gonna see if I can get a hold of them at some point to just be on the stream again. Because I do want to stream with them again as well, because like they're a wonderful person to be around. Both off stream and on stream, of course. Let me see. Glove time. At least a tiny bit of glove time. Bird is not too tired, by the way, to continue streaming. Bird's just very yawny. I've been yawning a lot today. And again, I've also been just bed rotting a bit in the morning. So that may also be a contributor to how yawny I am. Oh well. Even if I keep yawning, we keep streaming until this thing is done. We keep streaming until this is done. Also, for, I believe it was Joyful Jester over there who requested a wave emote. Making that off stream tomorrow. Likely after my, my scary dentist appointment. So yeah. I am very happy I've got a dentist appointment though. Finding a dentist is surprisingly difficult. Because, like, most of them are full clients. Oh, yeah. I'm making it a simple 2-frame animation, though. Of just the hand waving back and forth. So it's not going to be something too fancy or elaborate, okay? Yeah, that's funny. But it's also gonna be, again, off the Quirb outfit. Instead of, you know, the regular one. Because the main outfit has got a lot of emotes. The Quirbies have got a lot of emotes because Chad is self-obsessed. So I think I deserve to have a few of this little pretty outfit. Because we got 2 animated emotes of this already. Being the dance and the loading. And then we've got the really cursed one. That we no longer speak of. Everyone knows which one I mean. Everyone knows which cursed emote I speak of. Yep, there you go. Driving in my car right after a beer. Head up, up, shaped like a deer. That's about as far as I'm willing to go with that one. Also, because, like, when I sing it weirdly fucking high. So, and my mic doesn't pick that up, so... It'd be an awful lot of silence and some notes, you know, passing through the cracks. It does. Oh god damn it, I need to stop yawning! That was a big yawn that cracked my fucking jaw back in place. Which is weird, because I didn't feel like my jaw was doing anything weird. Anyways, my little strapsies start connect the top of my dress to the neck fluff. Which is just supposed to mimic feathers, but it's just basically very fluffed up fur. Like, it's supposed to mimic, like, the chest feathers of a lot of birds. I know that specifically peacocks don't have those, but it's kind of also mimicked after when my other favorite, like, a few other of my favorite birds, I can't just actually contribute it to one. But it's actually just fur. Like, I don't know if you know with fursuit models how they tend to, like, tease the fur so that it's, like, fluffier and stuff, but basically it's like that. Captured it perfectly. There we go. That's the last part of the neck fluff, and I want to see how far we are. We're slowly getting there! We're slowly getting there! I'm gonna save the eyes for last, by the way. The eyes are like my little reward at the end, so... Same with the shading, by the way. We're gonna shade the eyes the very last part, because I just love shading eyes, and I actually want to put an effort in those, unlike the rest of the shading. And I want to see some hits. I don't want to put so much effort into most of the shading, but the eyes get special treatment. Far around the neck is stylish for some outfits. I dare say it's stylish on me. I dare say it's stylish on me. And that's not just because I have a big peacock ego. Let me right do that little curve. But yeah, just because this big peacock ego over here exists doesn't mean that I find it only looking good because of that ego. I genuinely think it looks good. It'll hold you warm. Yeah, that is very important on the moon. Like, I may have really open outfits, but what you guys don't know is that technically, like, not even technically, guys, you think you're seeing, like, my open chest, right? Between, like, part of my collarbones and that. But what you guys don't know is that I'm basically wearing a fucking skin-tight suit. Like, one of those thermal meshes. It's not the best one out there, but it certainly helps, and it makes my, like, little stigmata when it's on my chest and my little titty tattoo, it makes it shine through. Whenever the corruption lines show, those show through. Like, it does help with glowy stuff, if you have it, to have this type of, you know, clothing underneath. But, like, all things considered, despite how open my clothing may appear for, you know, a goddess on the moon, I am still technically sufficiently clothed underneath. You guys just don't get to see it. Maybe I'll ditch, like, the mesh shoot underneath when it's time to come back to Earth again for TwitchCon, but who knows? The moon actually gets very hot at day. Not if you're in the right part of the moon. If you know where to be on the moon, then you know where to keep the temperature nice. If you know. But yeah, at night it definitely gets colder. And that's usually when I migrate to the part that's, you know, a bit in the sun. But then again, my palace actually holds its, like, warmth very well. Like, not many people realize that structures on the moon, like my little palace, actually keep up pretty darn well when it comes to the temperature. You would think it's a lot colder than it is, but, like, if I go into my gardens, which is where you guys saw me for, you know, most of my streams, until when I gained this lovely little outfit for all of you to enjoy, there's actually vegetation there that's growing, and that can't happen if it's cold, like, all the time. Or cold nearly all of the time. So yeah. So, it's luckily not all that cold. I do like to wear my layers though. 127 degrees Celsius to negative 173 degrees. Someone did their homework. I didn't. I didn't know those numbers, and I live here. Anyways, making my little crystals 3D with just a few simple lines, which are gonna help with my shading later. Oh, come on, if I can actually do the lines correctly, that we'll have to do. Almost done. Just have to do the part of the shoulder and the back of the hair, and then I get to do my lovely little eyes. Oh wait, hold on. How much dead space do I have? Oh, I potentially have enough dead space to actually show off my feathers as well. Oh, that would be insane as a lenticular badge. The type where if you hold them in one light, like one way, it shows one image, and then when you tilt it, it shows the other. The crater, it is constantly cold. Someone's getting closer and closer to where the palace is built. And then there are the poles. Yep. Good enough curve. Good enough curve. I'll clean that up in a minute. Put that back to the line where it's supposed to be. And just nicely connect that a little. Grab my eraser. And erase the stuff we don't need. Okay, hold on, we're doing this from the other side because I'm struggling a little bit. Did you know there are moons that are bigger than the Earth? Yes! I actually vaguely did know about that. I don't remember which planets and stuff they orbit, but a moon basically is just like, dare I say, a baby planet that orbits another one. Like, I know that isn't the scientific stuff, probably, but honestly, that's just the vibe they give. They just chill out with their big sibling. Which is so relatable. If I was a little baby planet, I too would chill out with my big girl's planet. When Ganymede, which is the biggest one of... Oh, hey, Ganymede, that's the biggest one for Jupiter? Oh, I forgot about that. Nice. Wonder if there's any other goddesses and stuff hiding on that one. I haven't really, you know, interacted with other planets except for, you know, Earth. I mean, Earth was great. Humans are fucking awesome. You guys have some very questionable moral takes sometimes, and I really don't know what's going on half the time with, like, the political side of human life, but on an individual level, you guys tend to be pretty chill. On an individual level, humanity is great. It's take a step back too hard from the individual level, and you start getting to the questionable parts that yeah. Safe to say, we're saying an individual level. Almost done with the lines. I can't believe it. Sorry, I fucking hate line work. I know I've said that probably like 50 times already today, but I really, really do. It's the least enjoyable part to me, and it's like very important to make, you know, your artwork. Get it? Artwork. Anyways. I just don't like it. It requires a lot of focus, it requires a lot of precision, and as someone with perpetually shaky hands, those things don't exactly tend to work out. I only arrived here 18 years ago. Before that, I was just wandering around. Oh. You know what? Fair. I mean, many of us wander around in various different flavors. Some of us start as space dust. Others start as souls. You know, reincarnation. Oh, who did the bell? Oh no. Val? Why? Explain yourself. How about I'm asleep? Okay, that's a safe usage of the bell. Thank you for going to bed. worried there. Also, thank you for Habat and the Corb. Thank you for snack time as well as hydrate. Now, I'm gonna have to disappoint you. I'm gonna have to run down the stairs for snack time. I see a stretchy as well. Also, first only got redeemed like 1 hour and 3/4 into the stream. I'm gonna do snack in a sec. But first and foremost, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab Portal. But real quick, I'm gonna... There we go, that was bothering me. Just a tiny bit of extra coloring, because that just helps real quick. Or, well, it's not even coloring. This is not even the color that anything of this is gonna be. This is just to make sure that I can color easier. Because of the fact that I'm working with a lot of light colors, I'm going to be able to see if there's any issues. I do feel, by the way, like the sub goal is going to get hit during the subathon. So I'm going to actually, I may actively already preemptively off stream try to put in some work towards the new model. Just to be sure that, you know, it doesn't take too long, but at the same time, there's a high chance that even if I finish it before the start of the new year, that we won't debut the new outfit until, say, my birthday. Like, the two big things I want to do next year in terms of fun things would be stuff like, whatchamacallit? Oh, okay. That was something. Anyways, two big things I'd like to, you know, celebrate next year again. The early in the year is my stream anniversary as well as just my birthday. So I do need to keep some good content for those, and then I also need something nice for my affiliate anniversary. Where the hell is the... Oh, there it is. I was so lost in my OBS sources. Okay, we're once again gonna start with death. Oh! God, that gave me so much hope for a second. Okay, well, once again, group to see what other letters we can get. An O. I'm gonna try this one real quick. Oh! So it's... Hold on, what? I don't know if this is an actual word, but no. Oh, this is difficult, because I can't actually... I don't think I know a word that... Unless it's... No, it can't be two O's, because the O isn't in that position, and we don't have any other vowel. Hold on, we're just gonna try every little letter until it works. This is... Dodgy could be it. Oh, okay, that's the only one that made fucking sense. Thank you, OP. Oh, I really should stop assuming that what I see is only used once. Like, I should stop assuming that they only use a letter once, especially non-vowels. Because I can easily think of, oh, they used two O's, or they used two E's, rather than thinking, oh, they used, like, 2Ds. Also, I just saw it. Thank you for the 1-bit Val. You really strategically timed that. But hey, at least we got it this time. Last time we still lost, so it's better than last time. I'll join the cat now. Say hi to the cat for me. Say hi to the cat. Anyways, we're gonna continue again with this piece until we're done, because I want to have at least one piece of merch that we finish, start to finish on stream together. Will do. Thank you. Bye bye, Jester. Have fun with Astro. Anyways, the second all of these colors are down, like, or all of this specific one color is down, we can start making it look even weirder. Because again, we're working with a lot of light colors, so I'm gonna have to get creative on how I make sure that I see everything I'm doing correctly. Which can sometimes be difficult when you're working with white, off-whites, or a lot of darks, for example, which we're also gonna be having a tiny bit of. Because the fluff around the neck, that color is actually pretty dark and can sometimes be a bit difficult to see with black lining, especially from afar, which pin badges, I'm gonna have to make sure that they're, you know, good and visible. So yeah, we're gonna have to do some trickery there as well to make sure that, one, I can see it while coloring, and two, that during the shading process, I actually put highlights on it for both the shadow part, so to speak, as well as the lighting part. That way, there will hopefully be enough little bits of distinction between in the black line art to properly see it when it's done. Even from a bit further away. Because you're never gonna look at the art as close as we are right now. I mean, at the best, you're gonna see it roughly like this most of the time. And again, that's because of the size of the badges. Because the ones I'm hand making myself, which is the ones I'm doing this for first, before we convert it to the other template, the ones we're doing this for right now are 37mm, I believe. Either 37 or 38mm badges. And I pressed those myself. Whereas the Woodcray ones have a lot more size range. I mean, mine isn't, my little button press isn't size adjustable. Now, of course, I could order buttons through Woodcray, but that can get quite expensive from what I know. But I will do it for special badges and stuff, like the corpse pin. Because I can't exactly make plush pins myself. Even if I could, I think that'd be a bit too big of a challenge for me to fully do on my own. And I'm very happy with the end result I got from Luca for that. Oh, I noticed a mistake! I noticed a mistake in the lining. Just in time. There we go. That could have been very interesting to perceive. So I'm really quickly gonna do that, so I know which one my eye layer is. We're mostly gonna keep dark line art, not colored line art, because again, that can be very difficult to see from afar. Which, by the way, is why when you do colored lining for VTuber models or PNG tuber models, you really want to make the lines darker than you usually do. For example, the lining on this model is, on the dark parts, a lot darker than I usually do, and on the light parts, a lot lighter than I usually do. And the reason for that is to make it visible, and even then, it's still barely visible, so I see why a lot of VTubers use black lining. I definitely see why a lot of VTubers use black line art. Oh, my OBS is still up on the screen. Hold. I was like, where the fuck did my OBS go? It was on the wrong screen. Anyways, I get to clip that on, but first, there we go. That should be all pieces of skin covered. And again, I said we're gonna make it look wacky, so it's time for that. Again, it would be very difficult to tell what exactly I've colored with the light skin tone, and what exactly I'd be coloring light for the hair right now. So to fix that, we are basically pulling out a dark color to act as the hair. And once we're all done with that, we can actually color it the colors it's supposed to be. Which, for the main outfit, we are going to do the gradients, whereas for my current outfit, the corp fit, we're going to do fully white hair. And I will already tease for the next outfit that was also made with the white hair in mind. Though I'd say not exclusively. It was more so actually designed in with a specific hairstyle of mine in mind. So, whereas this one is meant for just the white hair, and my main is meant for the colored hair. And this one is also slightly meant for corruption. The new model design that I'm gonna be working on relatively soon, that one is more so, you know, meant for the ponytail. And maybe the white hair as well, but mostly the hairstyle of the ponytail. Hold on, let me get rid of this little the pixels. There we go. I don't have to worry about coloring over any of that, because that's just gonna be okay later as well, so. Same here. I don't want to color over any of the skin, but anything else is gonna be on layers above this, so that's inconsequential to me right now. There's gonna be no drawbacks from me coloring over part of the glove, because that's all gonna be on layers that are above the hair, so it's gonna be covering it anyways. But here I do have to be careful because the hair is over the skin tone and everything. So here I actually do want to be careful and very methodical. Let me see. Okay, so just bangs left, got it. Oh, by the way, chat, after we're done with both these two pins, and then also make one for Aurelium, of course, off stream, I'm gonna be making a keychain with the corp fit, as well as, like, some more other stuff. Probably also different types of keychains, because there was this cuff in the keychain design that I really, really like on Wookery, and I really hope it's still up, otherwise I'm gonna have to do that in the DIY lab, but I really would love to have that one with the corruption version of either of my two models. Okay, there we go. That should be all of the hair. So first and foremost, we color it white. Ta-da! That's a lot more accurate. Now, this is gonna get a bit wacky and wonky, but I promise it's gonna make sense. So again, the color that's completely off, the spots where we want those gradients to be, and again, it's a matter of carving it on out. First with big chunks from what's really far outside it, like over here for example. Again, here it doesn't matter because that isn't here and that's going to be covered up anyways. And that's already one side fixed. And prepped, I should say. And over here, erase it from this part of the hair. So that it doesn't interrupt the whites. Oh. Nearly there. And then the rest doesn't matter. And we set it to protect alpha, so that it won't go outside of these lines anymore. And we'll just cover it instead. And we make them into the right colors. Flip it back on. Put that as the clipping layer, and boom! You've got the gradients in my hair. Now, because the actual gradients don't go up as far, I'm pretty sure, actually, do they? Haven't. No, they don't. This is the first time in a while, actually, that I've had the colored hair on this model. At least semi-colored hair. We'll keep that up for right now. First, some sips of water. Oh, this may actually be a stream where I run out of water again. Let me see. Because I should have that. Yeah, there's that dark color. Next part we're going to be doing is that fluff, because that's a darker color. We now get to use a bit of a mid-tone lighter color to make sure that all of that area is, you know, nice and sorted. Which means the fluff, but also the star on the top of my head. So, hold on. Namely this one. Same color. I probably should use something like this so I can see the difference a bit quicker. Because also I can see the difference between that blue and that purple. But this just stands out a little bit more. So I don't have to focus my eyes nearly as much on seeing whether or not it's the same thing. And also for some reason this just looks lovely together. Again, fill in a huge chunk here, just like this. Oh, it looks like we're going to be having ads incoming soon. I can't exactly tell how long because my OBS is covering the big notification pop-up, but I'm probably going to work on getting those notifications in chat as well, so you guys can see it yourselves. I may actually also work on a few other little tidbits of work off-stream later that are going to be visible on stream on Friday during the subathon. Because I actually should make sure that my notifications are set properly for the subathon as well. Come on. Because it would be kind of funny if I set custom notifications for the subathon, being like, person extended the timer by this amount of seconds if they cheer with bits. So instead of being like, they cheered number here, bits, it'd be like, they extended the timer by so many bits. Bits being synonymous for seconds. And the same with subs and stuff, like, although for subs I can see it working a little bit less well. Make everything all nice and pretty and functional. Which is what I often say during Minecraft right before I'm about to break a farm, even though I'm following a tutorial. Which the farm that recently popped up on the Idiots SMP in my base, I didn't even make. I tried to make it, failed horribly, and had Scamazon help me out. Because, unlike Scamazon, I'm a builder, not a redstoner. So I needed some serious assistance. FYI, it was a snow farm. The type where the snow auto-crafts. So I could just sit back and mine. And I basically broke it immediately. Anyways, Let's really quickly fill in the silver parts. Not that many of them, only the emblems and the straps. And the gems I can do over top of them as well, so that's all good. And the gems I also have to do the head gem, like the little crystals coming from the star headpiece that I have, my little crown. A lot of people don't realize that it's a crown. At least I don't think a lot of people realize that it's supposed to be a crown, and that makes sense. This is like kind of almost what I emote with. Because the little side crystals coming out of that crown that float on the side of my head, they are reactive to my emotions. So say if I am pouty and sad, they'll go down. It's like an animal ear getting pressed flat against the back of their head when they're upset. It's basically what those things do. I really do love Lullaby of a Deserted Hell. It's a really good piece of OST. Alright, hold on, I forgot about some silver parts. I forgot the glove is visible. Hold, let me fix. Let me fix that minor error. Small little problem. And I spot another issue with the line art. I'm missing stuff. You know, maybe for good time's sake and stuff, I'll even bring Osu to the subathon. It's not a streamathon, it's a subathon. I need to wrap my head around that a bit better. I've already done like little stream marathons, like streamathons. Subathons I haven't! They're different! I must remember! They differ! Also, ads should be over, I think, for those of you that were stuck in ads, which I don't assume to be anybody. My chat being unsubbed is illegal, punishable by gifted subs. Okay, once again grabbing the ugly green. But this time to fill in the dress. That's outside the border, so that really doesn't matter. I'm gonna have trouble printing these IRL though, like for myself to put on buttons, because the printer that I've been using is a printer at my college, which is not very good at printing the purples that I like. AKA the blue purples. So it's just been turning out really weird, even though this is not necessarily that blue of a purple. Which, by the way, the color of my hair not being correct is a pure accident because of the fact that apparently all of my screens have different resolutions when it comes to color grading. Which made it very difficult to tell which coloration was the right one. And then I ended up with a coloration that wasn't accurate to my vision of things. But I still decently enjoy. On my Halloween outfit, I need this one. And, oh. Put the navigator back on there. Such a peaceful little track, despite the game itself, where it's in, not being peaceful at all. That track, very peaceful, very, very relaxing, very nice. go, that's that part of the dress done. Okay, so now it's the gems and the eyes. Which I can already start doing this. And I'm gonna fill them in first with pink. Yeah, everything that's closer to the face needs to be purple. So the top part's here, and then what's close to the face. And then it's eye time. Over here as well. Gonna put the crystals in the head in later. Like after I'm done with these and the glove. It does feel weirdly like an empty version of the emblem, like they're actually just missing the gems. Like someone popped them out and you're waiting to put them back in. It's really silly. That doesn't often happen and that illusion works. In this case it very much did. Anyways, that's that done. Now onto the glove, which has the biggest gems. Which, that is something I'm going to take away from my 3.0 is stuff regarding the glove, stuff regarding animation of the glove, and some other intentional things that never made it onto this model. Because I didn't know how to at the time, or forgot that I wanted to add those parts in and it was already too late when I was rigging. Like when I'm going for my 3.0 in a couple years time, whenever that may be, I am definitely making sure that the little extra thingies I want are there. But that's likely gonna be a while before we're in 3.0 days. I'm very happy with my 2.0. Just like I was happy when I got my 1.0 done. Like finishing that was a reward, and then finishing this one, a reward. Finishing the curb outfit, a reward. Almost done. Also, I can't tell if new stuff was said. No, nothing new was said. Okay. And now I need to grab the purple again real quick. And again, what's closer to the face gets to be purple. I should do it one by one. There we go. Now it's starting to look way more like me again. And now it's just the eyes and the little marks in the face. Luckily, those are both very simple. At least if you know what you're doing, which I know half of the time. Oh, and I mustn't forget about my little bits of makeup. My red under eyeliner. Which has these little extra corners poking out to really be accentuated. Make sure that whatever is there for the scalera is underneath it. And then, real quick, just grab the purple. Which starts in the corner of that little eye. And makeup, I mean. And bring those diamonds around. So stars. Fill them in, and then we reshape them a little bit using the eraser. too much though, because then they can shrink a bit too much in the wash. And we don't want that. They're supposed to be visible. So we don't want them to shrink in the wash. The first one nicely reshaped. Second one doable, and then the third one just needs a little bit more carved out of the two sides. So that's that part. Although I will say they still look a bit big and they still look like they're on the wrong side just a little bit, so we're really quickly just gonna bring them to the side a bit more. And this one's too high up, I didn't realize that until spring back. Yeah, there we go, that's better. And then we grab the yellow for the other side. There we go. I always forget what color I used for the back of my little eyes, like my little scalera. I know that one of them is a pure white, but I always forget if this is a dark purple or just pure black. But it does turn out to be a dark purple. I should make sure that the makeup doesn't go into my eye, clearly. There we go. Actually, no, I should grab it from this area. Yeah, no, you know what, that still works. And then the white scalera for the other one. And then we quickly need to turn the scaleras off to do the actual eyes. Which is just as simple as grab the yellow, put it on the yellow marking side. Purple on the purple side. And then I shouldn't forget the pink in my eyes. Because my eyes are actually multi-tone. Like, they're not just yellow-purple. They're yellow-purple, and then at the top of both of them is pink. So they're, like, if I were to really quickly just cell shade it, or not even cell shade it without shading even, you get this. Well, it's a bit too dramatic on the yellow. Those are colorations of my eyes. That pink is not just shading. That pink is a genuine color. But I can see how it's mistaken. Oh, no, I shouldn't do that. The eyes were my final treats. Ooh, close one, close one. But I can definitely see how my eyes are often mistaken as just being pure yellow and pure purple with some pink at the top. This is shading instead of as an actual thing. I'm gonna do a shell shade and then put in an extra gradient where necessary, a directional one. That, or I can do a double multiply on very low opacity and carve a bit more away from one of them, making it look like a double shell shade. That's a bit more on the painterly side, but that's a lot more work already. So we're just gonna stick to this. So I'm gonna go a bit more overboard with the lights on this anyway, because I do really love adding lighting as well. And we need to add an extra shadow for the gems anyways, to actually make it look like shading. Because on the pink, you can't really see that. Because we're shading with the same coloration of pink that the gems are, just on a multiply layer. Which isn't really all that visible. Again, for some parts we just need a darker shadow to make it pop again. And that's really visible on these little emblems because of how exactly the shading wraps around every little part of it. The shadows wrap around these parts in very intriguing ways, and you can't just get that depth without a second shadow color. Or without like a second shadow in general. I'm making the shadows on the other one a bit harsher already. Again, everything but that one little part gets to be encased in shadows. To do the same with the very top. And then we're gonna add an extra shadow in that bottom right corner of each emblem to once again make it pop. And this is why I shade my skin with pink nowadays, because it brings out the pink undertone. Before my 1.0, guys, I regret to inform you all that at some point I thought it was a good idea to shade my skin with yellow. So glad I never went with that. So violently glad I never went with that. Well, at least not in the degree that I could have gone. Because I'm pretty sure I still did sort of go with it. I just didn't fully commit to it. So once again, brush a bit out with an airbrush. Need to do the same here on the underboob, so. First that, then grabbing the airbrush, putting it on the erase mode. Go back to normal, but grab the actual eraser first to erase the parts that, you know, shouldn't be shaded that way. And do some minor extra erasing where necessary. Like here, to blend it out. And then we make sure that there's a good back shadow over here. Doesn't fully wrap around, but should be like this. Yeah, there we go. And then under the armpit as well. Also, sorry I'm getting more and more quiet, chat. I'm just noticing that I'm putting a lot of vocal strain on myself by continuous talking. As well as I'm slowly entering the focus zone again, where I am really focused on what I'm doing, making it a lot harder for me to get some thoughts together to actually talk to everyone, which as a streamer is not something you want, but as an artist it is really nice to just go into the focus zone right now. And make sure that, you know, I'm actually focused on what I'm doing. Because that gets all of you the best results with this little art piece. And hey, maybe I'll turn this into my profile picture for a while. Who knows? Oh hey, I finally remembered what the other type of merch is that I want to make of myself. I wanted to make a cute little sticker pack, and that's not even technically of myself, because the sticker pack I want to make is specifically for the corpse. I wanted to specifically make a corp-related sticker pack. Because I actually did have a cute little bunch of sketches of corpse doing really silly stuff laying around, and I would love to turn those into cute little stickers. I think a sticker pack would bring that chaos to life in the best way. Darken this shadow out just a little bit. Because it is coming from behind the head and wrapping around like this. So I reckon that'll have a lot more of a dramatic shadow than what it was making it out to be. So I can do that. And I can also do some nice dramatic shading on here. And that's where this shadow comes in handy to make it stand out from the rest of the hair. I'm gonna have to erase parts that are very uneven. There we go. Taking that up again. Focus mode is good too, thank you. Hello Evelyn, good to see you again. I hope you're having a wonderful day or evening, depending on where you live. How are you doing though? I haven't seen you since the start of stream. How are you? Yeah, focus mode is a blessing right now. It also helps that a lot of my chat has gone to bed, so I can actually afford to not be as yappery as normal, because like, well, some of your count has gone down, in a good way right now. The corpse needs sleep. The corpse needed sleep. And then the corpse were just waking up onto the moon from other parts of the world, so going to bed. In, you know, their regular lives. Those are now waking up to come to visit me. I was watching and doing my own stuff in the background. That's amazing. I hope you're having a good time doing, well, whatever it is you're doing in the background. I hope you're having a good time doing your own stuff. God, who hit the fucking socially awkward button on the VTuber? But I'm really just considering making the little corpse sticker pack later tonight still. Or tomorrow during, honestly, most likely class. For a bit. Because I think that would just be so fun. Okay, there we go. Because I also have like a sticker in mind for like 3 corpses of different colorations, because like, if I could, I would allow people to customize the color of their corpse. But like, having them as scoops of ice cream on a little ice cream cone, and I think that'd make the most adorable sticker. Like, it wouldn't necessarily work in my opinion as anything but a sticker. So yeah. And I could put that on the sticker sheet as well if I wanted to. And that would be like self-indulgence. That sticker pack would be a mix of self-indulgence and probably a bit of like, you know, fan service for chat. It's kind of funny though. Fan service for my chat isn't like pulling out a very uncovered model. You know, like a very unmodestly dressed model. No, fan service for my chat is drawing more corp-related merch specifically. That's the real fan service, giving your chat center stage. And God, am I happy to provide that flavor of fan service. Because my chat deserves to be in the spotlight sometimes. Okay, that's most of it done. The top of the hair. yeah, now it's coming together, like, properly, slowly but surely. I quickly should do those parts, because then it feels more like the bottom areas are done. I can't remember for the life of me if I did the glove already or not, so... Especially since we just zoomed out, it's a bit of a weird thing, but oh well. We'll check, and if it's not done, we'll do it right now, and then go back to the hair. And it was not done! So again, we do it right now, as well as the arm it's attached to. And then we go back onto the bangs, and then the top of the hair, or the big back of the hair, and then the face. And then we'll go around with the second layer of shading where necessary. Which is going to be the gems, some of those emblems, and likely the underside of the chin, for example. I'm pretty sure those are the 3 places that need it most. I was thinking earlier about how hard it would be to bake emblem-shaped cookies and get the colors right. I think getting the colors right would be the most annoying part, but if you use, like, I dare say jam or those rock candies and melt them, that you'd have an easier time to get the colors right. Whereas the emblems, like, honestly, if you look at them, they are just 4 diamonds, 3 diamonds technically, because one of them's halved. 2 you have against each other, and the other 2 are supposed to be more in the back. So it's really just one big 4-pointed star. So if you have a 4-pointed star mold, all you really have to do then is either use frosting and pray that you get the color right for it as you, you know, put that on very carefully, because I dare say that this would require some careful maneuvering. Or you cut out parts in the cookie after baking, I think would be easiest, when it's still a bit, like, you know, goopy, but it wouldn't spread out anymore. And then you heat up rock candy until it's, like, melty and stuff, and then you put it in. And then color the rest of the cookie using frosting. I think those would be solid ways of getting yourself an emblem with correct coloring as a cookie. So it would be a bit of a task to do, but it would still be nice and still be decently doable. That's a really cool thing to have been thinking of. I am honored. And I'm hoping that my little tangent just now provided you with an idea if you were actually planning to make some. Which if you are, please, 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 I'm begging you to put the pictures of it in my Discord. Because I would love to see that. But only if you're already planning to do it, of course. Let me see, yeah, that's the arm. Mostly, I would have put a bit more of a dramatic shadow on. I'm a sucker for a nice dramatic shadow. There we go. Oh, there we go, we'll just keep it like that. Okay, just the bangs and the back of the hair and then the face. Getting the face for last. And that's the first part of shading then done, so not even all of the shading. And then we still have to do the highlights as well as the specific lights to make the fluff stand out, as well as the crown over here. I am wondering though, how the fuck am I gonna top last year's birthday cake? Ooh. Cause like last year's birthday cake, I made the cake myself and had like purple and yellow. Like I made the whipped cream yellow. the cake dough itself purple, and then we put strawberries all over it. But what if I like get myself a custom cake made for my birthday? Because my birthday is a full month after our stream anniversary, so I wanted to combine the two anyways as a little celebration. Because 2 months in a row that are considered expensive like that for me are scary, to say the least. Like, not that I can't afford it, definitely can, but it'd be smarter to combine the two so that I can make something even cooler happen. I'm gonna have to do so much extra adjusting here, but that's okay. I mean, we're not exactly in a rush to end, luckily. I've got time tonight. Well, let me see. I just put pressure on top of the cake. Yeah, but I don't have edible printing paper, or like the printer needs to do for that, but like, imagine a bit more than just, you know, printing a picture of yours truly on the cake. Imagine like, cause like there's like, fondant flowers and stuff as well, like, oh, and edible glitter! I love edible glitter. I would really love a cake with those like fondant flowers and stuff, and themed after me, with maybe some like curbs printed on as well, and of course edible glitter, and maybe some stars drawn on, or like, you know, stars. I would love that. I'm a sucker for anything that sparkles and shines. Okay, now just the face. Which is what I've been neglecting to do, because it's just nice to have this last part. I will say though, I'm having progressively more issues with my stylus, so it's probably time soon to switch the root and nib out again, which is honestly the fastest nib switch I've done in a while. Well, our tablet didn't need my pen nib to be switched that much, but oh well. Oh, and if y'all thought I wasn't gonna do bounce light on this, just because I want to be plain and easy, I am gonna do bounce lights on the button art. I am so doing bounce lights here in a sec. Oh yeah, wait, I just realized another thing that's technically missing. I didn't do my eyeshadow. Can I really be asked to go and fix that now? No. I will preemptively put that a bit lighter, so that's just a bit nicer to look at. And I'll fake some lipstick there. Okay, now to grab, I believe that blue's tonight one. Nice one for this. Lower opacity, using the navigator real quick to get to the right spot. And now to go over all the spots where it should be darker. that includes the gems on my emblems. Namely in that little corner. For them tiny bit like this. This little corner of the actual emblem. It already adds so much more visual depth. And actually makes it look a lot more 3D. There we go. But it really doesn't work without the tiny pieces here either to back it up. And I'd say under the armpit also could use the extra darkness treatment. There we go. And that's just that tiny bit of extra visual flair. To make some things actually look 3D. And now the first light that we're gonna do is gonna be either an overlay or screen. I haven't decided yet. Depends on what looks better in a sec. But this nice yellow. Make that a bit thinner. And now really focus as I do this part. Because this is what gives that bit of extra sparkle and shine to those gems. Like, look at that! You can already see it from afar. That does so much. So little can sometimes do so much. And on this one as well. Another hair one here in a sec as well. Bring that in just a tiny bit like that. Oh, my auto mod is once again sniping something. Hippity hoo, hippity hoo. Denied! Denied, you little bots. Goodbye. It's really nice when I can deny a bot access to my chat again. And you know they're bots because it's the same copy and paste message that I've put into my auto mod. Oh, bless the existence of the auto mod, honestly. Makes my life so much easier. I don't have the panic button. To panic hit my button to ban someone if they're coming in here with their weird links. Which I love how it's always like weird name of cited links to, and then they remove the .com with putting a space into it between it so that like auto mods from certain bots won't grab it. Because it's technically not a link. But all you need to do to really just cancel those out is to just grab the first part of the link and put that in, as well as some other keywords that tend to be used, being the best viewers, where they weirdly spell the word best. Like, it's literally so easy to fucking combat those bots. We're so lucky with it being this easy, still. Grab that pencil again. I need to repeat that only on these, I think. Maybe on the crystals by my head, on the crown, but with those I'm not sure. Not sure if they're the right size for this brush or if the other tingle suffice. highlights won't show up below my skin. That's the only issue I'll have with this, but that's okay. I really don't mind that. They'll also not show up on the white of the hair, I already know that, but that is also okay. They show up nicely on the color parts, and that's what matters. And along this stretch. Okay, I do think I might need the pencils specifically for the bigger crystal. The smaller one doesn't need it, that's for sure. But the bigger one may need it. I'll give him some of that 360 shading. Or lighting like this. Does these little shites glow? Don't remember why I like allowed them to glow the way that they do. But they do, and they look pretty, so that's all I really care about. There's no reason for them to be glowing, but it's pretty, so I allow it. Okay. Now it's like a little hair highlight. We're gonna make those little 4-pointed stars. That can be a little scuff. But this is by far the only one we're doing. Because I actually wanted to mimic something from another few artists, art style wise, that I really enjoy. Which is using the edge pen with a specific outline color on lighter hair to make those highlights still pop. And I think I want to try that. And now that we're doing the little 4-pointed stars here, the rest is not going to be able to show the highlights, so we're going to do that up top here in a sec. Actually, what am I saying in a sec? We're gonna grab the pink, but we're gonna lighten it just a bit. There's 2 edge pens, but I think I'm gonna grab this one. Thank you for the just checking in redeem. Guys, up on streaming for today. I hope that's because of I got tired type of reasons and not my internet went down type of reasons. Or like I had scuff so big that I had to end stream. Big scuff and emotionally. Oh no! God damn it, I jinxed it. Hey, then rest up, okay? You have no obligation to be here. Make sure to take care of yourself. So if you both down. I'm sorry I jinxed it. I'll try to not do it again. I just don't know how I did it this time, so I may accidentally do it again. If I do, it's nothing personal. If it happens again, I promise it's nothing personal. And I should put that big sparkle closer to here. I really don't care that it's a wacky one. I think with edge pen and the stuff we're doing, it actually looks rather charming. I blame Astro for this. I love how Astro is just the scapegoat when there's scuff. Like, anyone got scuff? It's Astro's fault. You don't know Astral? Now you do. I'm not for rest. Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, just again, make sure to take care of yourself. Go rest up if you have to, type of deal. Just genuinely make sure that you're okay, alright? Care about you. Okay, I'm gonna have some very careful as I do this. Okay, screw carefulness, I need to know where everything is. Okay, to some degree I can do that. And fully remove here again and have it carry over like that. And now I can vaguely see where the fluff is. Fluff's not gonna get a lot more highlights than what I'm doing right now, as it already makes the fluff nice and visible. Aster sometimes blames me for his scuff. Aster has blamed me for his scuff as well. I think Aster blames everyone for his scuff. Then again, I've also been blamed for something that was rightfully semi-caused by me, which is the sharp cheddar incident. Yeah, there's probably stuff going on. Yeah, of course. Hey, again, just make sure you're all good, you're all safe. Like, just take care of yourself. And if that means leaving the fucking chat, then please by all means. But if that means staying around and having some distractions, then please let me be your distraction. With the weird wacky mayhem that we're currently doing that is this art stream. Seriously, even I don't know what's going on my screen right now and I'm the one drawing. Maybe that's for the better. I do need pencil tool for this one. Pencil brush, pencil brush. There we go. I dare say that's already looking pretty good for the base. I'm safe physically, that's good. Like, safe physically is better than not safe anywhere. Like in any of the departments. So I'm glad that you're at least safe physically. Anyways, I finally get to have my little treat. I finally get to have my little treat. I finally get to do the eyes! I'm okay, guys. Just very excited to do the eyes. But chance a bit overexcited to do the eyes. Again, they're my little treat at the end of the process. My light at the end of the tunnel. How to know that I'm nearly done. Still have a few other things I need to do to fucking finish this, but... Wait, first go a bit darker still, and then the pink my eyes pops even nicer. First the red. Wait, come on. And then bring out that pink in all of its glory. There we go. And basically use the airbrush from here on out to make it nice and visible. Okay, yeah, now I'm slowly starting to see why it looks more and more like a visual choice to make it look like the light highlights. Hold on. Let's fix that, shall we? Protect alpha. No, that won't work either. Okay, hold on. I have to redo this. So first redo this. I know. Wait for a sec. No. And then we're hold on. Let's properly shade my eyes, but the bird doesn't remember what they're doing out of nowhere. Okay, and now I can do this on the multiply layer, slowly but surely. Now the pink will still show through. Just be a tiny bit obscured, which is the entire point. And then we'll bring out the pink highlight again to make it really pop. Which is basically just the same pink that is actually in the eyes. Airbrushed in from the top. And then you duplicate that layer and turn it into an overlay. Or was it the other one? I don't remember. It definitely wasn't. It was more like this. Come on. Or was it screen? I think it was a screen layer. It was a screen layer! We got it! Anyways, now to put in my lovely little pupils. Which are gonna be difficult to draw at this scale, so we're just gonna simplify them. My lovely little star eyes. Almost. Make that smaller. And come on, keep bringing that in. That's one of my starry eyes done. Although that one looks a bit out of proportion. There we go, that's already leaks better. And then we'll do this one. There we go, that's my little star eyes. And because I am not that lazy of a bastard. Like, I am lazy, but not that lazy at the moment anymore. After doing my eyes, I guess I can go back to do the eyeshadow. With all of its sparkly sparkles. Okay. Darken it for the corners. And now just some white little sparkle. Because it's shimmery. It's shimmery eyeshadow. It's glimmery, shiny, shimmery glitter. Glitter! Glitter! I love glitter, guys. I really do. Also, can I just say, I'm gonna post a picture of this in the in my fucking chat later, but and of course blur out the thing, because I'm gonna take a picture to show everyone the difference in the color. Overlay that. If it will actually work with the brightness, I'm gonna put that. Hold on, I have the best idea. Give me a moment, chat. This may break stuff, and I have no idea if it will. But this is just to show everyone. Yeah, it's semi-break stuff. The difference that I have on my two screens. And otherwise I'll show it differently. It's not working with me, guys. It's being mean to Burb. It's being mean to the bird. but it's a lot more nice and cool toned on the main screen that I'm working on, but it's a lot warmer toned and a lot more pink on the other screen, and I honestly prefer the blue tone so much. I prefer the slight blue tone it has. Anyways, we still need to do a few more things, which is going into this one with, for you, I'm gonna say that color. Okay, that will work, and then for you, that color. Darker. There we go. And if I put a bit more pink on the top of that as well, that's also gonna help with the pinkifying of my eyes again. There you go. Look at that, guys. Doesn't that look a lot better? And then if we go over here, grab another purpley purple. Look at how lovely that looks. So, look at how lovely that looks, guys. It looks so nice and soft, and there's a way to make this look even softer. It's a very light Gaussian blur that you put at about, I believe, 40%. Come on. That's 40% opacity. Which, look at how that softens the line work. There's a visible difference, at least to me. And now to make a little background for this. Again, we're only gonna see this part of the artwork, so what I'm gonna do is this. We're gonna make the little sunset gradient that we usually have, and then I'm gonna lighten it. Using the brightness and stuff and the sliders. But I do want all three colors to show up in the background. So hold on, let me do this again. I've been going for 3 hours. How did I know that? Not looking at my timer, but looking at the fact that there's ads again. On that note, sorry guys, for those of you that are unsubbed somehow, I really don't know how with the amount of gifted subs going around, but ads are gonna be sniping again. There's filter, brightness and contrast. That could work. Or if I potentially hue curve could also work, because then I can still bring the saturation up as I lighten it. I like that. And then the final thing we're gonna do is we're gonna turn off the layers that we don't want to copy, which is this one and this one. Copy merged, page merged. Grab this color again. Oh, fully. Oh, look at that! Anyways, should be off of clipping. Project Alpha is still on. Bring everything back one layer at a time. And now that outline like this doesn't work. It's way too sharp against the soft line art. Gaussian blur is once again our best friend. And we're not even gonna put it at the full strength. Again, 40%-ish. Look at that, guys! I think that works pretty well as a button. So we're gonna save this as one. I'm saving the layers as well. Save as. So I can try printing this tomorrow. But now we're gonna have to go into the workery side for a sec. So I can grab the bleed file for these things. Badges. Custom round badges. Yes, 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 please. And now these are a bit, you know, special. Oh wait, they're not even that expensive. Hold on. Actually getting these via maybe. Anyways, I was gonna grab one of the holos, but I forgot what they look like properly. For this, when I put it on Valkyrie, I know it wasn't holo rainbow. Maybe it was holo firework. Oh yeah, it's the holo star. It's that one that I need. So I also need to remember that. And the ones that we're gonna get from Valkyrie are 44mm. Which is a bit bigger than mine, but they have either 32 or 44. Which does mean that sadly I can't size match them to my own. Very sad day to be a bird who likes specific sizes. It is very sad though, when I do these myself, I'm not going to be able to grab the holo stuff as clearly. Because of the fact that I just don't have it. Anyways, now I get to... And don't worry about the name of this, guys. This is just straight from Valkyrie. So what we're gonna do is delete the circle for a sec. Or we'll remove the circle for a sec. Copy merge. Paste merge. Okay, what we're now gonna do is select and transform it until it fits the way we want it to fit. Which is roughly like this. Let me check. Oh, no, still not yet. Bit smaller still. Dare I say that will do. Which means that we have it on the bleed file for Valkyrie. Sadly, that means it's a bit condensed, but I guess the other way we could do it is copying this over, pasting it onto here, and then rescaling this one. I think that will work better. So I can see if for Valkyrie it also falls into the nice little circle. The Valkyrie circle is definitely bigger, so if you get the one from Valkyrie, you're sure to have one with a bit more detail on it than mine. Because again, they're bigger. But this is what the Valkyrie one will look like, so I'm gonna save this one as well. And just because sometimes they like to be annoying about it, I'll just do this. Save as. And I may actually order this one specifically via Valkyrie because I know that they're a lot better with color accuracy than most other things. Like, Valkyrie's color accuracy is nothing to scoff at. Let me see. Yeah, it all falls around nicely into the circle, as it should. Oh, that's great. That is amazing. And per pin, these are only going to cost me not all that much to produce, actually. I may actually just get a few of these via Valkyrie in my next order. Yeah. But with that done, that's our first piece of merch fully done on stream together. Again, likely that I'm also going to turn this into our profile pic for a while. At least on the solo show. And with that, we're gonna, switch to music. So give me a moment, guys. Y'all know what time it is when this music starts playing. It is time to go back to just chatting and to see if anyone is live to raid. Oh, that took an exceptionally long time. We're gonna see if anyone's live to raid to make sure that, you know, we keep giving in the spirit of giving. Let's see who is live. Who can we raid? Who can we raid today? Is there anyone live today? Something happened just now on my OBS and I don't know what. Anyways, is there anyone live to raid? I want to see in the same category again. Oh, no one of smaller or similar size. That's scary. But a lot of VTubers online drawing. A lot of VTubers. Oh, someone. Damn. Well, this is intimidating. A lot of really good artists are drawing right now. Oh, that's intimidating. Let's see. Oh god, someone is making stuff on Blender on my raid page. Someone that I can raid can fucking work in Blender. That's scary. Let's see. Oh, SGI is live. We're gonna raid into SGI. I can't believe I'm not following SGI. Hey guys, we're gonna go over to SGI Creations. They're fucking amazing. I'm very sad that I couldn't fucking see them the last time they were at the con because I have a Snom Pokemon card for them. They're amazing. I have a lot of their merch. So we're gonna go over to SGI. Please behave there. Please be nice to them. You know, amazing artist. Look up to them a lot. So be on your best behavior. Anyways, guys, I will see you all on Friday when the subathon starts. I'm having a little bit of a break to prepare in advance for that, but until then, make sure you stay hydrated, make sure you eat something if you haven't already, and make sure to rest up. And otherwise, have a lovely day, night, evening, afternoon, or whatever other time it is for you. And I'll see you all on Friday for the subathon. Until then, have a good time in SGI Creations chat, and I'll see you all. Bye-bye!